What's the reaction been from the players after Tuesday's defeat? Because obviously the way that your weeks work, you had them in on Wednesday.
Yeah, so we had them in and we did some training and we did the debrief of the game. The players are brilliant. I've got no issues with the players. They're the most honest, hard-working group you could imagine, and they really want to turn it round. Now, there's probably some anxiety in the group, and I think too many live in the past or think too much about the future and not the present, because always we ever hear is, we have, obviously this year we haven't won much, but we haven't won much for 18 months, to be totally honest, and I do think it weighs on the players, but at some point we have to shake ourselves out of it, and we can't wait to go 2-0 down before we start playing. It's not good enough, really, and we'll work towards it. And the players know it, and they practice, and they trained really well. The ones that trained on Wednesday, and we're going to train again today. And I have no doubt they're going to have a right good go again. And then when we reviewed the game, it's incredible the amount of promising situations. We won the ball back in the first half loads, and then we only have to pass it left to tie, and we're 2v1 on centre-backs, and we're missing passes at the moment. And that could be down to a little bit of a lack of confidence and stuff. So we'll keep practicing, keep working, keep developing, and at some point the penny will drop, and I do believe we'll go on a run and get some good results.
I guess what you want is players playing by instinct almost, isn't it? It's automatic, so that, when you say the players aren't putting tackles in or putting enough tackles in, or they're not being positive enough in going forward, you want that almost to be automatic.
Yeah, exactly that. I mean, what I would say about the players from the other night is that we won more duels, more ball wins than we have done for quite a while, actually. So they had a right good go at it. With a bit there, and I totally agree with you, the bit that we're really looking for, and there's a bigger part. You only play well when you live in the moment, when you're in the moment, when it is instinctive, when everything you do is instinctive, and that's part of what I talk about. When we go onto the pitch, it seems to me here at the moment we have a culture that when you go 2-0 down, the pressure seems to be relieved because nobody's expecting anything of you anymore, and all of a sudden we start playing with a bit more freedom. We need to create that environment where they can play like that, instinctively, ready to go. They see something, they do it without the worry of a repercussion of if it doesn't quite happen, and that's the stage we're at. And I think the way we want to play moving forward, it is that it's not a robotic style of football. It is, see a forward pass, play it, see a forward run with it, see a space, attack it. We're looking for that, but some of that comes down to trusting themselves, and we're not quite there with it yet. So we'll have to find steps to help them. And then as and when we get more confident, we get more competition in the squad, then I think then we'll start seeing those things come out.
Because you've got players, came on a sub on Tuesday, I guess, the likes of Darbo, Jacob and Callum, soon pushing for starts.
Yeah, exactly.
Because of a lack of game time, need time to bed in as well and get up to speed, or can they actually provide the lift that the others need?
So I think they could provide the lift. I think they could provide the lift because they're really talented lads. They're really good lads. They've all played at a higher level and stuff like that. So they come with good experience in calibre. So they'll definitely lift us like that. And then I think there is a bedding in. So there's relationships that need to be built across, player to player and unit to unit. So that does take time, unfortunately. I think that's been proven across football at all levels. And I think now we're a week away from them starting. So I think they won't start tomorrow. They'll get more minutes tomorrow, I would envisage, depending on how the game goes, but I would imagine them getting some good minutes tomorrow. I would imagine them getting a few more minutes on Tuesday night at Walsall, and then I'll take all the shackles off now. Whether it comes to next Saturday and they go flat out for 60 minutes and blow up, that's absolutely fine. But from next Saturday, I suspect, touch wood, all being well, they'll be back to help the squad, which will be a massive boost for everybody.
What do you make of Accrington? Because obviously they came down from League Two with Forest Green last season, and they're not a dissimilar-sized club.
No, exactly, and obviously they've done brilliant over the years. And John Coleman's a really good coach. I actually won't remember, but I actually did my A license with him 15 years ago or something like that. So Yeah, they've done brilliant. They've got some really good players. They've got a really nice mixture between they can play short, and we watched some of their game, and some of their short passing is really, really good. But they can also mix it, and they've got some real big physical players in the team. So we're going to have to be really well organised, take our moments when they come, attack fast in certain areas. And if we do that, we've got enough to get something out of this game. If we don't defend the crosses into the box, if we don't stay compact and stop them playing through us, then it'll become obviously another tough game.
Obviously, you've got a suspension to deal with, but injuries, how's your squad?
So we lost Reece Brown. He felt his hamstring really slightly against, who was it, Morecambe. And then we had a scan yesterday, and he's going to be out for 8 to 10 weeks as a 2C. So that's a massive blow for us, because I really like Reece as a person, and he's technically a really good footballer. So that's obviously a real kick again, and it just seems to sum up where we're at. There was literally just ran for a ball and then felt it in the game, and so that's disappointing. Obviously Jacob Dabo and Callum, no reaction from Tuesday night, so that's good. Hopefully no reaction. Callum Jones is probably 2 weeks away. Jordan maybe a little bit longer. Jordan Garrick's probably the closest one to coming back now. He'll train, I think, with us next week. And then that's really the ones that are the closest. Jordan's probably a month away. And then Nathan Holland, probably just over 4 to 5 weeks away. So we're hoping by the end of the month, we're pretty much, provided we don't get any more, we're hoping we're pretty much as close to full strength as probably we've been since we've been here, with a couple due back next week, like to go and just start games.